All right, welcome to Visual Radio backstage at the Esplanade. And we're talking to BurtonCummings Band. Jeff Jones on bass. Hello, Jeff.
Hi there, how are you doing?
Great. What were you doing in Chicago?
Oh, I was being born there, actually. My mama birthed me there and stayed there till I was 13 before immigrating to Canada.
I like that answer. And what bands did you play with in Canada?
Ocean, Put Your Hand in the Hand.
Great.
Tom Cochrane and Red Rider, Lunatic Fringe, and the BurtonCummings Band.
How'd you meet Burton?
We played actually a corporate event that our band, the Carpet Frogs, we were on the same bill as Burton for a corporate event, and he ended up jumping on stage with us after, and because we knew a lot of the old songs that he liked to play, and we just played a bunch of songs, and then the next thing you knew, we started playing together.
Yeah. So this band was the Carpet Frogs?
And still are.
Still are. Okay, so Nick Sinopoli.
Yes. How you doing?
How did the Carpet Frogs form?
Well, actually, that happened in '93. There's a place called the Gasworks in Toronto. It's Mike Myers put in his movie and stuff, and they were closing it. And what happened was all these musicians were getting together to close. I think Triumph came and Skid Row and all these guys came down, and we were putting this thing on because we wanted to get on the bill. So called Jeff and a couple other guys that were a house band in Toronto, because we weren't rehearsing. We were just slapping this thing together just to be a part of it. And that's how it all started in 1993, just as a throw-together thing to have some fun. And it's been, 20 years now or something? Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now you play percussion with Burton and you sing. Are you the lead vocalist of Carpet Frogs?
Yeah, I front the Frogs. But
You look like a front man.
yeah, I look like a frog, you mean?
I didn't say that.
Hey, you didn't mean it.
I didn't say that. Tim Bovaconti?
That's me. No,
Sorry.
guitar. Tim Bovaconti, yeah. And I'll add to the earlier story. I was playing with an artist from Newfoundland in the east coast of Canada. And I was on the same gig that these guys were at, the same corporate gig. Yeah, I was playing with Kim, and then I think Burton played after us, and then you guys played after that.
We played after
that.
And now we're all in the same band. It's pretty funny.
And then there's another tie-in with Burton. I met him through these guys. I knew these guys already. That's how I got on board 5 years ago. I'm the newest guy. But I play with a guy named Ron Sexsmith from Canada. He's a well-established songwriter. And I was watching him win a Juno Award, which is like the Canadian Grammys. And he won Songwriter of the Year, like just before I joined this band. And who presented the award to him? But BurtonCummings. So I was watching on my TV. And then about a year later, I'm playing with both of them, with these guys. It's all circular, you know?
You know John Till from Stratford, Ontario, and Ken Pearson from the Janis Joplin Full Tilt Band?
Well, I met John Till back in the day, for sure.
Yeah. I wrote his bio on Rovi.
Oh, okay.
So I've known him for 10 years. If you go to allmusic.com,
Yeah.
I wrote the John Till.
Yeah.
They started from the Rick Danko. No, not Rick Danko. I got Bluesheimer. Sorry, guys. Ronnie and the Hawks. Ronnie Hawkins.
Yeah, Jeff was in that band.
You were with Ronnie Hawkins.
Yes.
So Ronnie was upset.
After John Till and them were in the band.
Oh, wow.
I was in the band with King Biscuit Boy, Richard Newell.
Oh, that's great history.
Yeah.
David Love.
The one and only.
Oh, but no relation to Steve Love from the band Brother Louie Stories.
No.
Or
Mike Love from the Beach Boys, yes, but not Steve.
More related to Mike Love.
Who was Steve Love? What did he do? Was he this guy like that?
Play guitar.
Oh, he's not the guy.
That's Ian Lloyd.
Oh, that's right. Ian Lloyd.
You have something in common with Ian.
I do.
Ian's frequently on my show, and now you've been on my show, so
All right.
Ian's a dear friend. David, how'd you get the guitar? How'd you pick it up? Why?
The Beatles, yeah. I got my first guitar in 1967. Yeah, and it was because of the Beatles.
And was it a Beatles song that you started playing?
I think it was Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix.
Nice. What bands were you in Canada?
My first band was a band called Titan, and then my second band was a band called Dodger, and we were just an unknown, hard-working bar band.
And then you bumped into these guys.
I weaseled my way into the Carpet Frogs, yes.
Okay. So when you do the guitar on American Women. American Woman. Is that tough?
Well, I'm mostly a rhythmer. Like, the big fella does all the...
He has to do the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, I do that. I start the song, so, yeah. It's a pretty...
He does the heavy lifting.
But he does the heavy lifting.
I
But,
go. That part.
I mean, that's great stuff. No, still, I mean,
but I
that...
get to go... Gung, 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 dun, 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 dun. I get to
I
do
thought it was innovative for the time. I thought, you know,
Yeah.
this guy's a class act. And, I mean, to be playing with him for all these years, that's amazing.
You know what? Every time I start that song and play These Eyes with him, I can feel the goosebumps, and I have a little out of body experience. It's pretty amazing.
So when Randy joins you guys, then you expand the repertoire.
Yeah, in the years that Randy played with us, we did all of his hits and you know, all the BTO classics. And
It must be an amazing thing when those two get on stage because the fan base knows and they must really erupt.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of chemistry. Those guys have a lot of history, and they go back a long way, and the fans know it.
Now, you fellows as a unit, do you write songs together?
Yeah, we have.
We have
I have a couple of records or CDs or whatever they're
On
called.
your own.
Yeah.
Our latest CD shipped Teflon.
I like that. I like that. With Ocean, were you an original member?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do something on our show called The Demo That Got the Deal. Was there a demo that got the deal for Ocean?
Well, the actual demo was Anne Murray's version of the song "Put Your Hand in the Hand." We were under contract to a small label, and they decided that this song would be a good song for us, even though she had recorded it on a recent album. And Capitol didn't allow her to release it as a single. She wanted to release it as a single, and they said no. And our little label, Yorkville Records, said, why don't you guys record this song? And so we listened to Anne Murray's already released version, copped it, changed it a little bit, and the rest, as they say, is history.
That's pretty cool. So you were signed to Yorkville already.
Yeah.
How did that come about? They liked the band live?
Yeah, and I actually came late into the process. I was only 16, so I joined a band of people that were aged 24 and 25, and I was lucky enough to just get dragged in there at the right time, and they were looking for a bass player, and there you go.
Do you remember going into the studio and recording it?
Oh, yeah.
In Canada.
Yep.
Do you remember the name of the studio?
Well, it was Head Music. It was Bay Music Studios and a subsidiary of Ahead Music, which owned Yorkville. It was, just a standard 8-track studio out in a factory district in Toronto.
So you're 16, and when you start hearing it on the radio, what are you thinking?
I'll be retired soon, won't I?
Then reality kicks in.
And then somebody took all the money, and we
really?
worked for $200 a week for years, and somebody got rich, and it wasn't us. But we were too crazy to stop, so we kept going.
Oh, man, good luck. I mean, that's really cool. That's a great story. I appreciate it. If there's anything else you guys would like to say,
Just we're ready to have some fun here tonight with Mark Farner, and
you
looking
will.
forward to it.
Mark's a great act.
Yeah, we've done some shows with him before, so
It's a good bill, yeah.
absolutely.
It's a good pairing. Thanks, guys.
Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Yeah.
And we love Boston.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
We've been here before, and we love Boston.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's Visual Radio here on July 21st, probably around 5 o'clock-ish, right underneath the Esplanade.
And a couple of great shows coming up tomorrow morning, too, if you're up nice and early. Breakfast with the Beatles.
Look at what a beautiful evening we have for this. Sing a song that was a very important song for yours truly and a bunch of guys from the Canadian prairies a long time ago. And I know for a fact this record got played a lot here in this beautiful city. By the way, this is one of the greatest cities in the world. Absolutely. Just walking around today, it's just magnificent here. Could stay here very easily for good. Could stay here for good very easily. It's just great. It's nice to see so many of you here. What a novel idea tonight. 2 original lead singers, the guys that actually sang the songs, on both together on one stage. What a great idea. Mark Farner will be out later. One of the nicest guys we've ever met. A true legend. And now we will sing you a song that was so important for a group called the Guess Who. And when I say the Guess Who, I mean the real Guess Who. This was our second gold record, and we got it from Dick Clark himself on the sacred ground of American Bandstand. Maybe you heard this song once in your life. I hope so. It goes like this. I should lie, but I cry because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise, didn't realize that I was waiting. Time goes slowly, but carries on. Now the days I go alone now, calling your name. After losing at the game, you took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing. Time goes slowly, but carries on. Now the rescues with that last song. It was the A side of the single, and for some reason one of the guys in one of the southern states flipped it over. They started playing the B side. Lo and behold, we had that rare occurrence of double-sided hit record. And this was a song written by my old friend Randy Bachman. I think it's one of the best things he ever wrote. I was a lucky guy, a very young guy in the right place at the right time. I was the one that got to sing it. Maybe you heard this at least once on the radio in your life. I hope so. It sounds something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's She's come. Folks, I'd like to sing you a song now that changed my life forever. My life and the life of a few other people from Winnipeg, Manitoba, in the prairies of Canada. Randy Bachman and I wrote this next song in about half an hour, and we weren't really crazy about it, but the record label seemed to like it a lot, and they put it out, and it went nuts for us. I will toast the memory of this song, because I just got a wonderful award as the co-writer of this song from BMI, meaning Broadcast Music Incorporated. This song has now been played in the United States over 4 million times on the radio, just in this country. Puts it out there with songs like Lady Madonna, Bridge Over Troubled Water. I had no idea when I was a kid I would ever be lucky enough to be part of a record that did that well. So this, dear friends, is a memory for which I shall remain grateful forever and ever. Goes like this. goodness, thank you. crowd. My word. Fantastic.
We're backstage at the Esplanade with Burton Cummings' magnificent set.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. It was excuse me. We weren't really allowed to play that long tonight because Mark is coming on as well. We were only given about an hour, but it went by in 2 seconds, and the crowd was great, man. Beautiful venue, beautiful weather, great crowd. I love Boston.
I was hoping for the cocktail version, but I ain't seen nothing yet.
Well, but you need 20 horn players to do that properly, and we don't have that with us.
When did you get the BMI award for the 4 million?
Oh, it was actually about 6 or 8 months ago. I think it's closer to 5 million airplays now. And Stand Tall, my own single, is over 2 million airplays now. There's been about 3 or 4. They call them million airs, like million-AIRS, million times on the air. And I have 3 or 4 of them now. And it's amazing because I say this on stage a lot. You know, when you're a kid, 13, 14 years old, I weaseled my way into my first band. I never would have dreamed that I would be part of a record that, you know, like These Eyes, An American Woman, stuff that's been played millions and millions of times. You don't tend to think that far ahead when you're a kid, and I'm thrilled about it all, you know. That stuff is around forever now.
Live at Massey Hall, Joe Vanelli. How did that all come about?
Well, I've known Joe for years. He's Gino Vanelli's brother, obviously, and we were all Canadians together when Canada first started having hit records. And Joe engineered my last album, Above the Ground, and I love Blue Moon Studios because it's about 15 minutes from where I live in Los Angeles. So most of my life, I had to fly to another city and record and stay in a hotel at night. Nowadays, when I'm mixing or recording, I go to Joe's studio and I can sleep in my own house that night. So I like that very much. Joe's a tremendous engineer, a wonderful keyboard player, and he's got a great ear for mixing. So we did 2 different nights at Massey Hall, one in 2010 and one in 2011. And we culled the best performances from both nights. And it's the album is 19 tracks. In the days of vinyl, it would have been a double album, and I'm thrilled with it. Stuff like Hand Me Down World and No Sugar and Albert Flat, all of the songs that are so recognizable, they've never sounded better. This is the same band that's on the live album, the band you saw today, and I think we really did justice to the songs, and that's what I was hoping for. You know, they're mostly my songs, and I sang them all, so I would never want to put out a lame live album, and I'm very proud of it. Believe me, it's not lame at all.
Now you're mastering with
Bernie Grundman, yeah. Bernie Grundman's place is interesting. When you walk in the front door, you're blinded by gold and platinum on the walls. It's like overwhelming when you go in there. He did Thriller and Hotel California, like the biggest albums in history, you know. And I'm always thrilled because Joe and Bernie have a good relationship, so it's great for me because I know automatically Bernie will be the master, you know, do the mastering, so it's great for me.
I know you're busy, Burton, so just a couple of questions left. These Eyes, you said it took 30 minutes to write, and what happened with the producer, and you guys really promoted that?
Well, we didn't, Randy and I, you know, put it this way, 1969, nobody really wanted a ballad. Everybody wanted to be Led Zeppelin in 1969. We wrote the song very quickly, and I had some pieces, Randy had some pieces, and we just put them together, you know, and it worked out fine. Then the record company went gaga over it and promoted the hell out of it, and it took off. So then they wanted another one. So we wrote Laughing, made to order, literally in about 20 minutes. They said, okay, you want another ballad? Let's write a ballad, and we wrote that. And I think what happened with our band initially, when No Time came out, that was the turning point. We started getting taken more seriously as a real band from then on.
You've made some of the greatest memories of our lives. We thank you very much for the great show tonight.
Goodness, thank you very much. And hello, Boston. What a wonderful city. I love being here, and it was great to us in the old days, and I hope to come back regularly. Thanks, everybody, for today.
We asked you to say something about when you and Mark Farner played together.
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Burton Cummings, and I am standing backstage at the Hatch Shell in Boston. Just finished my show, and the legendary Mark Farner is about to take the stage. And as I said to the audience, what a novel idea. 2 authentic lead singers on the stage, not in phony bands, but in the real singers that sang the real songs that they wrote and recorded on the same stage together in one night. This was a real treat for me. I think Mark is going to enjoy himself, and I sure know that Boston enjoyed the first part anyway. This was a great day. 2 authentic singers on the same stage in one night. What an idea.
And when did you, back in 1960, play with?
We played together with Grand Funk in about 70, 71, 72, around that era. About 2 or 3 times together in the old days. Yeah, early 70s.
Do you remember where you did it?
Oh, it was in the South, Arkansas, Alabama. I honestly can't. After thousands of gigs, it's hard to remember. But it was in the South, the Southern states. We did about three shows together.
Great. Thanks very much.
Thank you, folks. Thanks. Thank you.